Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Lewis.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm so glad. Could I get some audio in the room, please? Could you make it a little bit, just so I could hear a little? I don't need this. Would you hold this? Put that in my car. Thank you. I have to tell you, this might come. Could I get a little audio in the studio? You know, it would be better if we could hear a little better so that all the performers that come up here, they'll hear themselves better. That's getting better. That's good. Electrician, would you just turn that up? Hey. Anyhow, it's very, very seldom that this ever comes up. So I just want to mention it to you. This is my 63rd year performing. The first time I wore a tux, I was 5 years old. No, wait. No, I'll let you know when. I was 5 years old, right? I'm wearing a tux, and I'm performing with my father and my mother. Time goes on. I performed as a single. I did a record act. I performed up through the time I was 16, 17 years old. I teamed up with Dean. I let him work for me for like 10 years. I had the good fortune of performing for Her Majesty the Queen. Dean and I were in shock at the thought that we were asked to do Royal Command Performance in 1953. I went back after Dean and I split. I did Royal Command Performance in 1958, in 64, and 67. I had the good fortune of having lunch with the King of Sweden, who thought I was very silly. And we had a lot of laughs together, right? All through my life, I was fortunate enough to have been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize in 1977. Wait a minute. Let me tell you all this first. Wait. And I'm individually the most proud man that ever performed in show business. Yet, when I come to a place like this, will someone talk about the body of work? Will they talk about Dean and I? Will they talk about my building up to the time that Dean and I performed together? Will they talk about the grand performances that we had for Her Majesty the Queen 3 and 4 times? The King of Sweden? No. What they want to know is if I'll say, "Lady!" I called Bud Friedman. And I said, I have never been to the Improv. That is, as far as walking on the stage. I had never been there. And I said, I really need to know what the dress code is if I'm going to host this night with these marvelous young performers. He said, the best thing in the world for your own comfort and what works for us is slacks and a sweater. So I brought slacks and a sweater. I have never been so goddamn hot in my life like I am tonight in these slacks and this sweater. The Muscular Dystrophy Association is something that I am proud to proclaim I was a part of in building. We've done 29 national telethons. That's coming up. September 4th and 5th is the 29th. We don't count what we did before that because the national is all important. My kids are getting the benefits of all of this. Tonight is vital to us because it affords us an opportunity to cut into the live television show that we do and bring the improv for 2 or 3 hours, whatever we choose to do. The important thing here is that we're touching an audience whose pulse is on the young comics, and that's what we're looking to do. So you're going to see some wonderful performers tonight that are doing something for my kids that we can't even expound on. It would take too long and it would become too annoying because you want to laugh. So we're going to let you laugh. And I'm going to be a part of that and do whatever I can to make your evening perfectly wonderful. This young man you've seen on Comedy Central in Jocks. He's very bright, and he's got to be awfully good with a name like Hugh Fink.
I just got back from Paris. I visited the new Euro Disney, which is a great concept. America's most celebrated amusement park combined with the loving warmth of the French. Employees walking around, Donald Duck, you stupid piece of crap. Well, it's a small world after all because America invades every goddamn place on the planet. I grew up in Indiana, where we use the expression to make a long story short. And I don't like that expression because people shorten the story so much that I don't know what they're talking about. When I was 16, I met the love of my life. Most beautiful girl I'd ever seen. We started dating. I took her to the high school prom. Anyway, make a long story short, she's a heroin addict. I went to a Dodger game and sat next to this guy from Bolivia, and I got to translate. You know, I'm telling him what a home run is, how to pinch hit. Anyway, make a long story short, I was indicted for murder. I grew up, I was the only Jewish kid in my part of Indiana. And I'll never forget my kindergarten teacher saying, "So tell us, Huey, how long have you and your family been practicing Jewcraft?" I asked my rabbi, he came to school to explain the religion, boys and girls, we're going to read from the Torah. Now, does anybody know what a Torah is? A lawnmower. I asked my neighbor, are there a lot of synagogues in Indiana? Well, there was a few, but they all burned down. I don't read Playboy because I don't understand that column, the Playboy Advisor, which claims to answer any question about sex or other problems relating to men. Dear Playboy Advisor, whenever I make love in a jacuzzi, I can't maintain an erection. How can I increase the low-end bass on my Kenwood equalizer? I went out with a girl, I really liked her, we started dating, but you know how sometimes in a moment of passion, the real person comes out? Oh, Hugh, you're really turning me on. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Jews control the banks and the media. See, I'm at that point now where if I meet a girl just by talking to her, I can not only tell whether she's in the ballpark, but I suddenly become the umpire. It's like, yeah, just because I didn't finish high school doesn't make me stupid. Strike one. I just read this really good book, Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard. Strike two. I don't really believe in marriage. I mean, what's wrong with meaningless sex? Ball. My fantasy is to be intimate with another woman. Ball two. While a guy I just met watches. Full count. I mean, I've been in therapy for 7 years now. Ooh, swing and a miss. Trying to cure my nymphomania, but the catcher drops the ball. She's still alive. And I don't agree when people say that baseball is boring to watch on TV, because I saw a game where they put a wireless mic around the first base coach. And, you know, I never understood the importance of the first base coach until I heard 2 hours of this. Now batting, Bobby Bonilla. Come on, Bobby. Come on, Bobby. Come on, Bobo. Betting next, Billy Ripken. Come on, Billy. Come on, Bobo. Stepping to the plate, Andres Galarraga. Come on, Bobby! You know, living in LA and being a sports fan, I'm really proud that Chick Hearn is still the announcer for the LA Lakers. Because this guy, he's amazing. He can not only tell you what's happening play by play, but he also knows obscure facts about all the players' lives. Sedale 3 brings the ball on court. Sedale, a German literature major out of West Virginia State. Bounce pass to Doug Christie. Christie, who was born C-section at the Naval Hospital in Bethesda, Maryland. Fakes it over to Vlade Divac. Divac, whose father Joseph operates a sausage factory outside Gdansk. Moves it into James Worthy. Worthy was acquitted of sodomy charges. February 5th, 1987. He shoots and scores! Thank you.